guys, welcome to another video. This is Shine with Njoki Kamanjakedi, and today we are talking about killing the suffering woman. This is not a feminist video. I don't want to I don't want to be misinterpreted. Before the men come and say this is feminism, you are empowering women to kill us. So thank you so much. Welcome, Teresa.
Thank you, Asante Njoki.
Today I want us to talk about killing the suffering woman. And by killing the suffering woman, I do not mean feminism, as I was saying, because you know, people misinterpret feminism, of which I'm a feminist, but I'm a submissive feminist. By submissive feminist, when I was checking, I saw it's that I know my worth as a woman, but at the same time, I know my role as a wife and as a mother. So I do not take it as a way of myself kufinyilia my husband, or I do not take it as a way to fight men. I take it as a way of me as a woman knowing my worth. And I want women to know their worth. I want them to kill that suffering mentality. I have to suffer for people to say I'm a wife material. I have to suffer for people to say that I am a good woman. And that is what I want us to talk about today. So now, as we are talking about things, I want you to explain. I don't know whether you will start with explaining the difference between the suffering woman and the empowered woman.
It's very funny because sometimes even the empowered woman can be a suffering woman. Njoki, I have seen women who have been empowered in every way, economically, but yet they are in very oppressive relationships. And they are thinking that just being the woman who wakes up at 4 and then washes people's cars and then cooks breakfasts, prepares children, and then goes to the office is being a good and virtuous woman.
I'm not here to suffer.
but we are living in a time that even the men around us need to appreciate that we are not their mothers.
Repeat.
Do I really? Yes, that we are not their mothers. Because I've heard of women who have been burdened. They have become so burdened that this woman loses herself in the name of a relationship. And I think in one of our videos, I said that a good relationship, you should not lose bits and pieces of yourself until you are no longer the person that you were meant to be. You should still be left with enough time to enjoy life. Because Njoki, when a man meets you, he should realize that he has met an individual who has come with purpose, with destiny, and who was not just created to be his wife. You know, because if I was born to only be, my husband's name is Patrick. If God created me only to be Patrick's wife, then he should have removed the brain, you know.
And akutoa wisdom yote kabisa
na ambitions zote na hizo ndoto nakuanga nazo zote azingekuwa so that he comes and drags me to do everything that he wants me to do. But God still had put things within my heart that I will not be fulfilled on my dying bed if those things are not fulfilled. So the suffering woman, in my view, is this woman who is denied a privilege of self-actualizing. Becoming the best version of herself that she can be and doing the best that she was created to do. That is suffering on its own. The fact that I die knowing that,
I was supposed to be a teacher.
I really loved, and I've seen women who are old and they tell me, mimi nilikuwa ninatakanga nikue polisi. Isipokuwa ni kuolewa.
Telling stories.
Now that's a suffering woman. Because no matter how well her husband may have kept her, if this woman never lived out her dreams. If this woman never lived out what she was created to do, then she will die suffering, unfulfilled. The suffering woman is also a woman who allows herself to be pushed beyond her limits. Yeah.
Wow.
That you are one woman who your husband tells you, you cannot work. I do not want. If you had not agreed before you got married, and you had thought, yeah, maybe this is what I was created to do, to become a housewife and take care of children all my life.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the way, a man just decides, you're not working from now onwards.
I'll
Decide
provide.
whether it is me or the marriage. And then as if that is not enough, anaona hata hiyo kazi ya nyumba haitoshi, mletee umbo apate za kuosha na kupikia, mwekee tumbuzi kadhaa, make sure that she has a shamba that she's digging.
Now you have become an animal whisperer.
That is a suffering woman.
Ooh.
And I think in my definition, a woman who is not happy, living out her life, living out her dreams, that is a woman in anguish.
Wow. The reason also I want us to talk about this suffering woman, it's because I have seen women, they are married, have children, but still not fulfilled, still living in bitterness. And we want to remove this bitterness part of it. And you know, while talking about it, we cannot leave the man to teach him how to live with the dreams of this woman and support her. So we will dive in. Now this woman has gotten married. I have women who they have to seek permission. Not informing, not consulting, they have to seek permission. Explain to us, how do I go through my daily works as a woman, not through seeking permission? Hii kuomba ruhusa, me it doesn't work well with me.
You know, there is a misconception or a misunderstanding of who a wife should be. Partly because of poor role modeling, that our husbands watched their mothers being oppressed so much that they think the only way I can be a man in this family is if everybody has to go through me first. Wow. The question of asking permission or not asking for permission, it depends on people. But if I was to give you my take, my take is this. A good marriage, like I said in our last video, is based on trust, isn't it? So I believe that you trust me enough that I will come to consult with you the same way that you should consult with me. I get very offended when my husband goes somewhere and he doesn't tell me where he was going.
Imagine you're wondering, now if this man gets an accident,
where will I tell
I'll tell people he was going, now where?
Yes. So it is based on respect.
Yeah.
And also we are living together. Assuming I know my husband works from Monday to Friday, so Saturdays he does not work. I might have expectations that because on Saturdays this is what we do as a family, he's going to be around to do it. So my husband should be able to come and tell me, now this Saturday I might not be available because I'm going to be doing this and this thing. Wow. You see? And the same thing should apply to me as a wife. Remembering that I'm also an empowered woman. I would be borrowing permission if I was a slave in your life. But remember, I'm not a slave. I have a career, I have a job, and I have ministry. Because sometimes it's not just careers. Some of us are in ministry where I have responsibilities within the church. I have a meeting. I cannot keep borrowing permission every time a meeting comes up. Somebody makes a phone call, Teresa, we need you to come and facilitate this and this.
And now you call your husband.
Wait a minute, let me ask my husband first.
That's a hard life,
isn't it? But what I can do is I can note it in my diary. On that weekend, I will be free. So, and respectfully, I'll go and tell my husband, on the weekend of the 14th, I know it's a Valentine weekend, but sweetheart, I have a couple seminar that I might be going to facilitate. So if we have plans, can we maybe move our plans to? it's still seeking permission.
Yeah.
But
you're now informing and consulting,
and
because you are being accountable.
I'm being accountable and with dignity. My dignity still stands.
Yeah.
But when you make me get to a point where I have to ask, can I please go to the toilet? Like the primary school kids.
Yeah.
Can I please? Then you know what? It reduces the relationship. And now I stop looking at you as a friend, as a lover, as
you
a
have
companion.
become now a small god.
And now you take up a stance of an authority, like a teacher, and that will make it difficult for me to respond to you, even in other ways, romantically and sexually.
Yeah.
So when we talk about seeking permission, that one reduces the relationship and it affects other aspects of the relationship.
Yeah.
But in a respectful relationship, we should be able to consult with one another. Do you have any plans this weekend? Because so-and-so is asking me to go, and it's still a way of asking permission, by the way. But there is dignity that is maintained in that. And it is two-way. It is not only me who is being oppressed. Umeenda uko na ruhusa ya nani? Umeenda. People are doing it. I know men who have pushed their wives to that place. But what you do, you drain the confidence of that woman, you drain her self-esteem, you drain her sense of independence, and a person feels caged with you. So do you know what? When you treat a person like that, the minute they see they sense freedom somewhere, they will run. They will run. They will run.
Now, I want us to talk to this woman about asking for help and agreeing to get help. We have women who are working, they have children, and for sure they need help. You can see them in the office tired. Some women will not buy a washing machine. They cannot buy a dishwasher because it will show that they are lazy. They cannot keep nails. They cannot apply makeup because now it shows like they are wild women. How do we help this woman to know that having a washing machine is not laziness? Having a house help is not laziness.
Getting somebody occasionally to do your house and clothes is not laziness. It is just knowing your limits. And you know, it goes down. You remember what I said about the suffering women? That sometimes, and we are living in a very good day and age, where cars are not just a reserve for the very rich. Even the middle class now can have cars. That I have a baby that I'm taking care of. I have a house. I have a another baby I'm preparing for school. I can know my limits and know that. And I like something one of my leaders says, that dishes don't go to hospital.
We go to the hospital.
It is we who go to hospital. That if I push myself beyond my limits, then this body will get to a place and it will break down. And when it breaks down and puts me in hospital, now who will do those dishes? So I need to know, and I'm not saying people be lazy, no, but I'm saying do as much work as your body can handle for a day. And if there is more work than your body can handle on its own, get help. Doing your roles as a wife, and you know me, I teach women on being virtuous women. Yani that you are this woman in the Proverbs 31 that is in control of the affairs of your home.
Surveys the land.
Let's start with the roles. With makes sure that she's the first one to wake up in her house. But this Bible verse also continues and says, and then she gives portions to her maid servants. I don't know. They only dwell on.
So she has helpers.
She has helpers. This woman has helpers. She is not a beast of burden. She's not the donkey of the family. There may be times.
Superwoman.
She's not superwoman. You know? Because in being superwoman, she can sometimes get to a place. Then she loses herself. And I said the importance of a relationship is a relationship that allows you to be the best version of yourself. You know, and if I'm burdened, and going back to the issue of the car, that I can tell my husband, sweetheart, I am already tired. Get someone to wash the car or take it to the car wash because all these rules, I'm already feeling too exhausted. because that is not among the definitions of your roles as a woman. You know, washing the car. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. If you feel you have the energy to go ahead and do it, you can do it. But no is also an answer.
A full sentence.
I want that car cleaned. I don't think I can be able to do that. I'm already having too much in my hands. Learn to stand up for yourself and know what your limits are and say that I am burdened. Get help for the things, and not necessarily from your husband. Some husbands are very good that they know that my wife is tired, let me cook for you tonight. But if I don't have that kind of a husband, and I feel I am too tired to do these things, I will get somebody and have contacts. I tell ladies, hakuna marafiki wazuri kama wanawake. Because sisi ndio tunakuanga na contacts za watu wale, wadebag wazuri, mtu wa kuosha, bureau, ni gani kona wasichana. We are the people who have that information. So don't allow yourself to be isolated. Hook up with some girls, have some girlfriends. That is important for every girl. And then now, get people to help you in the things that, when you're feeling too tired, don't give up on house girls because you've had 5 in the last one month.
15. You're saying 5, 15.
Keep praying and trusting God and trying. You might just get one that will last a year.
Now, can we tell this woman that her life doesn't revolve around her husband and her children? Like you have said, she should have friends. We have women who don't have friends. Wow. After getting married, she got to heaven.
You know, the one thing that will make you very, very miserable in this lifetime, Njoki, is thinking that one man whose name is so and so will be able to meet all your emotional needs. He can't. He can't. He would want to, but he can't. And much as a man sometimes will want to control and keep you locked up and know that this one is mine, keeping you caged will make you miserable. So get yourself some girlfriends. I say this in most of my classes, and I tell ladies this. There are things that a man will not understand, only another girl will.
Yes.
You know, there is girl talk. And for those girls who are watching out there, listen to this, that you don't tell your husband everything. I've gone to parties, especially when with you girls that are very young, unaanza kuambiana, hey, my husband is my best friend. Bestie. It is good. You don't tell your husband everything. Otherwise, in the name of bestie, you might create insecurity in the relationship.
Wow.
And that insecurity is what will lead that man to lock you up in the house. Because you're going out there, because you don't have friends. My husband is my best friend. Mi spendi mambo ya wanawake. Na wewe ni mwanamke. You land in yourself in
women should learn to be each other's friends.
Yes. Get some girlfriends. I have girlfriends my age. And now we are not even for Tekedo. We are going to the 5th floor. But we take ourselves out. We plan some parties. And we just enjoy ourselves there. And as we are enjoying ourselves, we are also talking about things we can't tell our husbands.
Edifying each other also.
Yes. We are also telling one another things that maybe have burdened you that you can't tell your husband. For instance, Njoki, you're a very beautiful woman.
Of course.
And sometimes out there you will go and you meet a guy who sees that Njoki is a beautiful woman. Sasa ukipigwa mistari unaenda kuambia your husband, kuna jamaa alikuwa ananiambia, imagine, hey, today I think I was looking so good. I entered that mat and this guy was eyeing me.
He even asked for my number.
He was asking me for my number. Mi sijui wanaume wanakuangaje. And you're thinking you're telling him how beautiful his wife is. My friend, you start being told, ati unaenda wapi? You're not going anywhere.
Nakupeleka kwa gari yangu.
You're not going anywhere. Kaa kwa nyumba. You know why? Because you caused him to develop insecurity. Sasa hizo vitu unaendaga unacheka na girlfriend. Naambia Njoki, hey, gota.
Wacha nikwambie.
Jana. Hey. Nilitokelezea.
Kwanza when women do this, we are done.
I was looking. So I entered this mat and then this guy.
Hey.
Nikajua ungejua ni bibia wenyewe.
And then this guy was looking handsome.
And then all of us come up with our 2 stories and then we laugh about them and we also empower one another on how to deal with those stray eyes, you know. But if you keep telling your husband everything. You create insecurity in the relationship. And then you also make him feel like, you know, in the conversation, there are things men cannot handle. For instance, I can't go telling my husband, huyo jamaa si alikuwa ananukia vizuri. My friend, ungeona vile alikuwa amenyolewa. Lakini nilimwambia, hata na hiyo smartness yako. What are you telling your husband? That there was a guy smarter than him, who smells better than him, who had mysteries better than his. You know? So some of these things, have girlfriends. Go out, laugh with them. Go be empowered together with them. Go do some things that will lift you. And there's a lot of information and learning that goes on around women. By the way, the reason you're seeing women beginning to drive the better cars, the bigger cars, the newer cars, is because they're hanging out with other girls. So don't miss out on that. And you'll be a better woman to live with when you know there's a place where you go and you're re-energized among the girls. For instance, after coming from one of the parties with my friends, I come so fulfilled. Nimewaambia, and I hope guys are not going to watch this. Nimwambia, ochanake. Last week, nilikuwa nasikia kimenibo.
Mimi nilikuwa nasikia kana naweza kigonga.
Alafu na yeye anakuambia juu ya kiake.
And those are the
and then we laugh about it. And what looked like such a big deal that would make me destroy my marriage, I find universality in it. So it also happens in Shiko's marriage. It also happens in Washo's marriage. And then we come back and we are happier people to be around when we hang out with other girls.
So, but also it's good to tell them that not every kind of friend.
No.
If you notice this person is poison, they are telling you about how to go and destroy your home.
No.
Please quit.
Yeah, you are also surrounding yourself with like-minded women. And for me, because I'm a believer, I hang around with women who are believers as well. So I'm looking out at the kind of people who I'm hanging around with. And if I realize in our talk, you don't stand for the same things I stand for, and which the word of God stands for, then that friendship, of course, I don't include you among my circles. But what I'm saying, have good girlfriends. There's a lot of learning that goes on around women. Even for men, don't deny your wives an opportunity to go out, hang out with the girls. She'll be a more pleasant person after learning and laughing with other girls.
Now, I want us to teach this man in like 3 minutes. We teach this man how to let their women be themselves. Let their women become. Because I believe even if you let them become and then they become kichwa ngumu or they become another wild version, that is who they are. Because oppressing them won't make them a good woman.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true. Maybe men should know that women, just like men, become faithful because they want to be faithful. Because they are driven by values and virtues. And a woman will be the happiest woman to live with if you allow her, using the word again, to self-actualize. If I'm miserable in my 50s thinking I should have been, then my husband will be even more miserable in that home living with me. Because I'll feel like you're the reason I did not become.
True.
You know? But if I'm not blaming you for not becoming, because you supported me to be the best version of myself, then you get to enjoy living that kind of life. I love what Bishop Jimmy Kemani, who's my bishop, says many times, our bishop. He says that when, I remember when he was joining one marriage of a member, he told this person, when this woman is the CEO, don't get in her way. Don't get in her way of her progress. You just enjoy being the guy who's the CEO's husband. You know, bebwa tu your back left. When she's the CS. You know, bebwa tu back left. Enjoy the security at GSU when
enjoy
she's the minister.
Introduction. This is my husband.
Yes. And if you have that kind of man who is not intimidated by a woman's success, if you are that kind of man who is not intimidated by a woman's success, then you also get to become a successful man. And I become more submissive as a woman when I see the support and love of my husband in whatever thing that I do. And like you're saying, that a man does not need to feel that when a woman becomes empowered, then she becomes indisciplined. That is a backward way of thinking. That is a backward way of thinking. You cannot take a woman whose mother took her to school, took her to the university, and expect to keep that woman as a housewife. As a housewife, that woman will never be satisfied being your wife. So the best way of keeping that woman and having a happy relationship with her is supporting her to become everything that she was created to do.
Thank you so much. I cannot say thank you like enough times because this conversation is really needed because we have women even now, they are not, liberation is the word. They haven't gotten the liberation of that. I am not only Mrs. Sylvester, I am not only Mama Kaylan, I am Beatrice as a person, and I have dreams, I have a purpose that I should chase, and as much as I have them and I have been allowed to chase them, it doesn't give me a room for me to disrespect my husband and not submit.
Maybe before we end the video, we could say this. Our model as the woman in marriage could be the Proverbs 31 woman. But look at this woman. This woman goes out to merchant ships to make sure that she gets the best business deals possible. This woman, like you quoted earlier, she goes, looks at a piece of land and purchases it. This is a woman who is being allowed to become, and you know, look at the husband of this woman.
Praising her at the gate.
He is seated with other leaders.
At the gate with confidence.
At the city gates. Because when you have an empowered woman, when you have a woman who has self-actualized, even as a woman, as a man, there's that pride that comes within you. So for the men, don't deny yourself the pride of having an empowered woman and being a happy man by standing in the way of your woman's success. Be the one who supports her to become everything God created her to be.
Wow, thank you so much. So guys, you have heard, if you're a man outside there, support your wife, let her chase her dreams, let her become who she wants to be, as long as you, the woman, submits and respects your home and do what you're called to be. This I know goes all the way to Shikoa Jesus. She loves this topic.
Wow.
The minute I talk about washing machine, she tells me, you are my girl. So thank you so much for watching, and this is Shine with Njoki Kamanja Kethi. Remember, you're the light and you can shine.